Coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here we go. Here we go. Claws red.
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. They find some open field here. He's on his way. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got bold, over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a first and 10. Right at the 30. Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You look at this Packers defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 6. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That's into the hands of Clem Freeman. And
this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score! Touchdown, Lions! Jahmyr Gibbs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready,
The
pray.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Love looking to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Lions will take over.
They're on 46-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Gary was proving his 2021 was no fluke. Had 6 sacks in 9 games before a torn ACL. Ended his 2022 early. Looks like he's back in full form with plays like that.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go, fellas, here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one let go deep for Laporta. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a high hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Now Love. And that will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Goff. And that is incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Got it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
1st down, Love to pass. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The Packers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
The Packers cast a wide net last draft season to find starting receivers, and they believe they found something in Doubs, a 4th rounder. 42 catches, over 400 yards his rookie year. Those are numbers he can build off of.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's got this down to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
right. This is Montgomery on the toss. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Okay, Frank. Black shot. Slide 2.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it 1st and goal. To throw now. Here's Love. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
2nd down. Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd down and 8. Play action. It's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Goff on third down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The slot man in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And a loose football.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play in this 3rd quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Trucks over him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
From the gun, here's Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Tiger.
Again, Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
They'll fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. In motion left goes Watson. Love now to pass on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd and long for Love. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern. But also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. That usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it as we just saw there.
Carlson's extra point up and good. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. The toss play to Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Here's Goff now on second down. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last three drives. Two fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with again to Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Josh Paschal there to bring him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Love now on second down. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 180 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Love. Short pass to Howard. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
On 1st and 10, Love. Rodeo Dobbs, 27 yards. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Hooker. That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll get.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now Hooker.
They'll roll him out right. Man open, here is Jones.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Here's Hooker.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Jones with a carry on 1st down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
10 cycles.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
113 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Come on, set.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll sink now to 0-4.